Golfers, welcome back to the channel. The golf season is in full flow. I hope everyone is achieving a little bit of success, getting those handicaps down and also having that resurgence of confidence. What we're going to talk about today is a couple of ideas around short game. This video is on behalf of one of my Instagram followers who's struggling with short game and how their deal often in the clubs coming at impact. They play the ball more along the ground compared to in the air, so they favour a chip shot over a pitch shot, and it's just to give them a little bit more of an identity. If you've stumbled across my channel for the first time, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Every time I post a video, you will receive a notification, and that is associated with any department of the game that you need guidance with. Also, like the video. The more likes the video gets, the more traction the video can generate and the more golfers I can help in the long run. And one issue I see on a regular occurrence within setups, the setup position controls the impact position. We don't have a lot of time to correct the club coming into impact. If the setup's slightly out of sync, we have to make compensations to try and manipulate the club to get back on the desired angle. One issue I do see on a regular occurrence with a lot of golfers that struggle with that 10 to 30 yard pitch shot where the ball doesn't elevate very high in the air, runs along the ground quite quickly, we don't generate a lot of control. Issue number one I see on a regular occurrence, and that is where we locate the golf ball relative to both feet. Depending on where you move the golf ball is going to affect your angle of attack and also how much lean in the shaft you can create, how much loft we're going to create at impact. Where a lot of golfers struggle is the ball position gets too far back in correlation with your right foot. The further back we move the golf ball, that's going to steepen our angle of attack coming into impact. And as we work the club into impact, the grip end of the club works low and left. So the grip end of the club works low and left. We create too much lean in the shaft, too much compression with any pitch shot or any short game shot. We know for a fact that when we hit an iron shot, we want to deal off our irons coming into impact. That's going to enable us to move a low point ahead of the golf ball. We want to move a low point ahead of the golf ball when we're pitching, but we also need to control the loft element. So if we want to create more spin, we need to have maximum loft impact combined by quite a steep angle of attack, maintain the loft on the club face, and a dry club face. It's going to help the ball spend more time on the club face, generate a little bit more spin. But the first issue we see, ball position gets too far back. We create too much tilt in the shoulders, so left shoulder goes up too quickly, right shoulder gets too low. At address, the sternum gets behind the golf ball. When we're pitching, we want our sternum to be in line with our pelvis, if not our sternum just slightly ahead of the middle of our belt buckle, and that's going to help us lean our weight more into our left side. The grip end of the club is going to work down for a fraction of a second, but we need to feel like the grip end of the club then works up and back through impact. So stage one, ball position gets too far back. Stage two, as we come into impact, we work down into impact, so our left shoulder works down too quickly, but then it doesn't work up and back through impact. So if you're experiencing shots with lean edges digging into the ground, we're de-lofting those pitch shots, we're going to get the ball more in the middle of the stance, we're going to flare the left foot and the left knee open. When we're hitting driver, we want to slide our right hand down to our right knee, where the left shoulder gets higher, right shoulder gets lower. When we're pitching, we want to do the opposite, so apply your right hand to the golf club. When we're pitching, a death move is where the right shoulder gets too low, left shoulder gets too high, and our chest gets behind the golf ball. With our chest being slightly behind the golf ball, that locates our weight into our right side, and then through impact, it's very hard to create more weight into our left side. So there's no weight transfer for this shot. Our weight stays predominantly on the left foot, but when we get too much tilt behind the golf ball, so my chest gets behind my pelvis, coming into impact, you see the lower body work too laterally, so we get too much lower body drive, causing the left hip to start rising, left shoulder to start rising, and then the chest gets too far behind the golf ball. The chest even gets further behind the golf ball. An impact position where the right shoulder drops even more, causing that club head to get way behind your hands, and then through impact, we're trying to square up everything with our hand. The release is really important. We try and rotate and extend our chest towards the target. So don't get the ball position too far back in the stance. Then as we come into impact, we're working down, 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 so left shoulder's going to work down, but then the left shoulder works up and back as we start to rotate and extend our chest towards the target. Through impact, to shallow that club coming through the turf, we want to allow our left shoulder to work up and back, coupled by the rotation of the chest. The rotation of the chest allows us to control the low point. The up and back motion of the left shoulder allows a low point, and it avoids the club getting stuck in the ground. Feet just in line with your shoulders. You're going to flay your left foot and your left knee open. Place your right hand on the club, take your left hand off. We're going to slide our left hand down to our left knee. Then we're going to push our right hand so we're right at the bottom of the grip. So place right hand on the bottom of the grip. Shoulders nice and level, slide your left hand down to your left knee. Put your left hand on the club. You can see from here, my left shoulder's lower, my right shoulder's higher, but that's going to enable my chest to feel like it's more ahead of the golf ball. In the release, we don't want the grip end of the club to work low and left below our left hip. Through impact, it's the feeling of keeping the elbows connected to both sides of your ribcage. The chest is the engine, that's what moves the club. So I really feel like I'm leaning my weight into my left side. I'm really pushing that pressure down on the toes of my left foot. Then as we swing the club, through impact, it's all on the left shoulder, it's all on the grip end of the club. My left shoulder works up and back, the grip end of the club follows suit, and that is going to allow the grip end of the club to work up and left around my left pocket. So a great drill that you can use, place the alignment stick underneath your left arm. If I come into impact and you start to see that left shoulder drop too abruptly, grip end of the club works low and left, that alignment stick is going to point behind the golf ball. We're going to maintain our height through the shot, and the feeling is we're going to try and point the alignment stick towards the target. Two feelings that's going to help you incorporate that. Left shoulder is going to work up and back, and I really feel like I'm rotating my chest around my lower body. So I'm trying to rotate my chest around my lower body. So through impact, I feel like my chest really feels like it gets left in my feet line. When we set up to any shot, you're going to flay your left foot and left knee open. I feel like there's a straight line between left hip, left knee, and the middle of my left foot is located into my left foot. There's no weight transfer, so I'm not swaying behind the golf ball. I'm not sliding towards the target. I feel like my left hip stays relatively restricted when I'm pitching. There's not really too much lower body drive or rotation. The chest is the engine, the chest is the only thing that controls the speed through impact. Left shoulder and armpit towards the target. I'm really trying to rotate my chest around my lower body. So rotate my chest around my feet. Our body starts to rotate to the left through impact, and that's going to allow you to commit to the golf shot. So through impact, left shoulder's not working down, 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 and even further down. Left shoulder's going to work down, and then it's going to work up and back. So left shoulder's going to work up and back. Point the line stick at the target, get your chest to face forward. A great feeling that's going to help you synchronise that. Think about your chest rotates around your feet. That's going to help you commit to the shot a little bit more successfully, give you a little bit more clarity to what you're doing. So left shoulder working up and back, point the alignment stick at the target. The only thing here is I'm going to really feel like left shoulder stays down, coming into impact, and left shoulder's going to work up and back. The alignment stick at the target, left shoulder working up and back. That's only thought process. Point the alignment stick at the target, coming through impact. The alignment stick. Offers, if you're struggling with short game, there's an in-depth video that you can relate to, and a few drills that you can incorporate or integrate within your practice, which is going to give you a bit more of an identity of what you need to do to create a little bit more of a consistent setup, and also how that relates to impact. If you've got any thoughts or any questions regarding that video, if there's any content you'd like to see on my channel in future weeks, please feel free to comment below. Also, what's your golfing goals in 2025? My new coaching program has just launched in the last 4 weeks. It has generated some amount of traction, so if you want to be a part of my online academy and also my in-person academy, please feel free to get in touch and reach out, and we'll help you improve your game in no time. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Every video I post, you'll receive a notification. It's going to help improve your golf game in no time.